When?
Hello, Doug from Chloride Customs. We're going to be installing some LED lighting. We have some wheel lights for calipers. Now this wheel will do 360 degrees and it'll mount right on the back of the caliper. Pretty simple to do. We'll show you step by step how to install these. We're going to go with some white lighting. Now the brake lines on this bike are black. So when we come up across, we're going to zip tie it right to the black. The black will match. For if you have stainless steel wheels, we do have stainless steel covering to go over your wire to match your stainless steel brake line. So you could take and put this into here and just run it right up the screwdriver. And what you're going to do is run your wire inside it as stainless so it would match your brake line. So that's all you're going to do is just bunch it up right like that, almost like a strain relief. And then you could take and you're going to run your wire inside of it. Once you get the wire through, then it'll pull tight right onto there. And we have chrome zip ties that tie if your line was stainless steel. So we're not going to be using this because we don't have stainless steel lines. So on our wheel lights, well, first of all, we got different type of lights. We're going to use the stingers underneath the gas tank, flexible. You have tape on 3 sides. But the gas tanks have a cavity up in there. We'll catch a light in there. We also have magic flex lights, which are a lot smaller profile, and you could hide them. They're also flexible with tape. A light like this we could use for an example when we come across the engine. We'll be installing all of these, but instead of having a stinger light right here, it's too visible to point at the engine, so these are good for up in the air cleaner where you don't really see it. These are a little bit save you on cost. These are a little bit more money. But in an area like here, we can actually take and we're going to put a little triangle block and throw the light onto the block. And then what we'll do is we're going to mount the block, and it'll end up being up inside of there like that. And that'll reflect nice, and the light is a lot smaller, concealed. All right, so we're going to start out with the wheels. That's just some different type of lights that we have. And we do have remote controls too. And there's a simple on and off. Then we have this one here. This will strobe, and it'll make the lights breathe, and it'll make it solid. So this is a multiple function. Alrighty, and you can stay real simple and just use a regular on-off switch also. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is when you mount your wheel light, we're going to install a wheel light here, okay? So we're going to try to keep the wires so it comes up to the brake line. So you kind of want to just get an idea where you're going to go, and then we'll be able to follow that brake line with that. Versus pointing it up, it might be then you have to bend the wire around, and you see the wire more. So it would be better to go down with it. So we're going to mount these 2 wheel lights right here. Now there's already 3M tape on these. We do need to use a promoter. This is a 3M promoter that comes with the kit. Alright, if you don't use this, that light will fall off. This is important. You want to clean any kind of heavy residue off of here first. Just wipe it off with a rag, a little bit of cleaner on it. And then we're going to open this. What I do, this stuff will dry up, so as soon as I'm done using it, I put it back in a package. So all you gotta do is just wipe off the back of that caliper, okay? There's one. And there's the other one. I'm just going to stuff that back in a package. and fold it up so it doesn't dry up on you. We'll be using it again. That only takes a minute to dry. So we have the back of the calipers clean. Get the tape to peel off here. And get a pick. Sometimes I get a little pick in there to pull that off of there. It helps you. Like I said, that wire was going to point down, okay? So we're just going to get that light up into here. There's one. Just to give you an idea what that's going to look like. These are polarity sensitive. The black is the negative and the white is the positive. Alright, the black's always the negative. This is a white light, so we have a white wire. If we're using a red light, we'd have a red wire. If we had a blue light, it'd be a blue wire for positive. Alrighty, so what we're going to do, you could just take and touch that on there. Now we need to make the ground. We'll make that light come on just so you can see what it looks like. So these 360-degree angle, they light up pretty good. There we have it. Just going to get some zip ties now. I'm just going to follow the brake line with it, okay? Okay, so if this was a stainless steel line, we'd be using the stainless steel covering with the chrome zip ties. They are available. And so on. Now we're eventually going to get that fallen up, and we'll follow the factory wire harness. So we're going to come up into here once we get all our ties on. And we could even, there is room on that loop right there, see it? So that's a space we could sneak that wire right through there. So once that wire comes through there, we'll take and we'll lift the tank, and we're going to fish that wire right along the original harness. And on this Road King, we have a nice empty place right here to end up with wires. So that's what we're going to do with both lights on the wheel caliper. And that's it, pretty simple. Alrighty, that's our wheel light installation.